Somewhere inside Cheyenne Mountain, a 25-ton door just closed.
I've stood at the entrance to some of the most restricted places on Earth, but nothing prepares you for this.
1957, the Soviets launched Sputnik. For the first time, America's own soil was within range of destruction.
Every classified briefing room in Washington asked the same question. If the Soviets launched, would we even know in time?
General Partridge had one mandate: build a command center that could survive a nuclear strike and still function.
The decision to go underground inside a mountain was not obvious. It took 2 years of classified studies.
Granite absorbs a nuclear near miss. The question, could you build a city inside one?
This is how America drilled into Cheyenne Mountain and built the fortress between civilization and nuclear annihilation. Buried under 2,000 feet of granite, it would survive a 5-megaton nuclear strike. 17 sites evaluated.
Cheyenne Mountain 1. 2,000 feet of solid Precambrian granite above.
In 1958, Cheyenne Mountain was untouched wilderness. 18 months later, the most engineered ground in America.
As you can see here, this primary fault line runs directly beneath the proposed drilling site. The seismic risk is significant.
Cheyenne Mountain's granite was 1.7 billion years old, the hardest rock on the continent.
Construction began May 1961. First task, building the infrastructure to support the dig.
A 7-kilometer access road carved from the mountain. Every worker, every machine used it for 4 years.
May 18th, 1961. The first controlled blast opened the tunnel portal. The excavation had begun.
The first blast here in 1961 removed 200 tons. 693,000 tons of rock had been moved.
Drill crews bored 50 to 80 holes per blast face, each hole packed with explosive charges. Millisecond delay blasting was critical. Simultaneous detonation would have sent uncontrolled shockwaves through the granite.
After every blast, mucking crews loaded broken granite within 20 minutes. The cycle never stopped.
Each tunnel was 45 feet wide, 60 feet high. A 4-story building fits inside with room to spare.
Shotcrete crews sealed every blasted surface with sprayed concrete, locking the rock structure permanently in place.
Core sampling monitored rock quality ahead of blast crews. Granite integrity mattered more than the schedule.
Precision engineers verified every tunnel stayed within 6 inches of its design center line. Underground errors have no correction.
Fresh air pumped continuously to every blast face. Diesel fumes and rock dust were constant enemies.
3 shifts, 8 hours each. A worker entering Monday morning might not see daylight until Wednesday. Temperatures hit 95 degrees near the blast faces. Noise exceeded 120 decibels.
We did it! We finally did it! Look at that light.
Buildings inside NORAD couldn't touch the mountain walls. Every structure mounted on shock absorbers, freestanding.
Every steel section prefabricated on the surface,
driven into the mountain and assembled underground. Buildings constructed simultaneously, each in its own tunnel, each progressing independently.
Flexible connectors between buildings had to stay airtight while accommodating 12 inches of differential movement.
The air filtration system detected and filtered nuclear fallout, biological agents, and chemical compounds within seconds.
The blast valve trigger activated at 0.5 pounds per square inch overpressure. Trigger to seal, 50 milliseconds.
Each blast door, 20 tons, 3.5 feet of solid steel.
25 tons, yet balanced so precisely that a single person could swing it open with one hand.
Every circuit inside NORAD hardened against electromagnetic pulse. Conventional electronics would not survive. EMP hardening wrapped every component individually. Faraday enclosures filtered power supplies. The operations center, where nuclear war would be managed, fitted out over 6 months. Every cable installed in sequence.
The main display board showed the entire North American continent. Data came from stations as far as Greenland and Alaska.
The underground cafeteria fed 800 personnel for 30 days from internal stores. No resupply needed.
The medical facility included a full operating room, pharmacy, and 12 patient beds. Surgery was possible inside the mountain.
The spring system was tested with hydraulic rams, simulating a 5 megaton detonation.
Each blast door tested 200 times. A door that leaked was a door that killed the people behind it.
Blast valve closure filmed in high speed, analyzed frame by frame. Every millisecond mattered against a pressure wave.
The final communications test connected NORAD to the Pentagon, Strategic Air Command, and NATO, all under 10 seconds.
Exercise NORAD-1 ran 72 hours continuously. Every system engaged. Engineers declared the facility operational.
April 20th, 1966. NORAD became operational. No press, no public announcement. Just a date and a classified log.
April 20th, 1966. Most Americans never heard of it, but that day changed the entire Cold War calculus.
The first crew, 400 personnel from the U.S. Air Force, Army, and Royal Canadian Air Force. The first binational military command.
Within weeks, NORAD tracked every airborne object over North America, including Soviet reconnaissance flights along Alaska.
In 1979, a training tape showed 2 missiles.
The 1979 incident drove a complete software redesign. A near catastrophe became a critical engineering lesson. When the Berlin Wall fell in 1989, the threat receded. The mountain did not stand down. The watch continued.
September 11th, 2001. NORAD was now scrambling fighters against hijacked aircraft inside American airspace.
After 9/11, NORAD expanded from missile tracking to monitoring all threats within North American airspace.
Operation 6.
In 2015, critical operations returned to Cheyenne Mountain. Reason? No surface facility can match its EMP protection.
the Cold War's greatest achievement still on duty. The original 1,319 spring isolation. NORAD superintendents had built dams, tunnels, and mine shafts. Nothing had prepared them for this.
Military precision. Every blast planned, every load calculated, every muck pile cleared, measured in blast cycles per shift.
NORAD command alternated between American and Canadian officers, a binational arrangement that remains in effect today.
It still looks like any other mountain. That invisibility.